All right, page 11 is the head, and there is no details besides threading the screws into the plastic ball link first. Screw, which I don't even see any type of ball links in this. 11. See if there's another bag. Alright, yeah, there's another one, 11 and 12. So, let's see what we need out of this one. It's got the arms, ball, bearings, all the things it needs for the actual head. So that's just the main subjects of this project or page. Really light. Not sure what kind of aluminum, but it's really light. All this is probably why they're claiming it to be one of the lightest nitros out. All seems to be pretty light. Has markings on it like most helis do now, telling you where 13 degrees is. All right, so let's just start with, I guess, everything here. Just get it all out. I'll start with building the bearings first. So I'm going to need the thrust bearings, the ball bearings, I guess I'm going to need this all. I'll just take it all out because it's got the dampers in this bigger pack with all the other stuff. Links for the main control rod, pitch. I'm not sure what that is. What it's for. All ball links. I'll put that to the side. So here's the middle. Goes in the middle of the head here. And then the dampeners, the O-rings for the dampeners, and then the dampeners themselves. Dampers. Alright. Let's see. I'm just going to continue using the Botos lube, Bodo lube. So basically it wants me to put all these O-rings, 3 on each side, and then this goes in last. So I guess I'll just go ahead and slide those into the head first after I grease them up. Alright, 3 on that side. I reckon I'll just put a little grease on this too. Might as well. At least it'll slide in a little easier. go. Slid right in, no problem. Do a little wipe down on the outside. Work on the other side. Probably hear a little bit of raindrops in my trailer here. Got a storm coming through today. Matter of fact, this is the next day from my last video. Or the one before this one. Or the one before the last one. I'm in Sumter, South Carolina, so there's a storm wall coming through that they're predicting a few tornadoes in our state. Not necessarily here, but there is a watch. Heavy winds, thunderstorms, hail possibly, high winds. Maybe I said that already. But it's just about to start coming through. Alright. Went in good too. Up and down. There we go. Alright, so I reckon I'll just go ahead and slide the spindle through. This thing seems to be pretty greased up already. Really slick. So, but maybe I'll just put a little extra on it. Give it some of that blue lube, that Bodo lube. Oh yeah, that slid right through there. No problem. Nice. Alright, that's good there. Set that to the side for a minute. Oh wait, forgot to put the center section in. There we go. That'll be good. Alright. So, it wants a bearing. I'm going to have my hand there. Yep, bearing there. Bearing on the inside, which is a little bit bigger. But before we do that, we're going to put the thrust bearings in. So let me just go ahead and get these two bearings in, and then we'll start building these thrust bearings. We can, these do say in and out on these, so that's nice. So the outer always goes towards the outside, obviously. Outer, out. So what I do is usually put the inner on the table first, and put the lube on the intersection of the thrust ball bearing itself. It's open-ended right here, so we'll go ahead and put that in. Put that in. Just go ahead and pop it down onto that. And then on the top, I usually just put a bead on this. Put it on top. A little sandwich. And now it wants me to put that in first. So I'll go ahead and scoop that up. Just drop it down in there. It's going to be kind of tight fit. Huh. It's a tight fit. Let's see what I can get. Push it down. Let me just try it. Yeah, that's a really tight fit. Dang. Huh. Tighter than I thought it'd be. Just use the ain't gonna work. I need to get something that helps me, or fits down in here to push this down. That is tight, y'all. Dang. Whew. Wow. Well, maybe I'll bearing on top, you mean? I've never had a thrust bearing be that tight of a fit, to be honest with you. I'm trying to find something I can get down in there. Oh, I might have something. My glow plug. Glow plug driver. Yeah, it's going with a little bit of help. There it goes. That was a tight fit. Dang. Huh. Alright, let's go ahead and drop the bearing down. Oh wait, sorry. There is a washer that goes first, then the bearing. Bearing slid right in. A little resistance, but not near as much as the thrust. Alright, so that is it on that. Figure we'll go ahead and slide that one on. I like this spindle here. It has the threads recessed down further in there, so if you do get lube in, the bolt would almost bypass the lube, so it don't get on the threads. But I'm probably just going to run this rag down through there so I can clean it up a bit. That. This is probably going to be 3 here, yeah. A bit of Loctite. It's in. Other side now. Out there. I'm just gonna put that ball bearing on first, since it's going on so easy. We got the end. I'm gonna face down. Lube the bearing. Outer race and lube it. Slide her down. See how easy this goes in, or hard on the other. Yeah, a bunch of resistance, so I guess they don't want that going anywhere. She's in. And then the washer. There's the rain again. Bearing. Straighten that washer up. And we'll slide this on. I believe that's it. Oh yeah. All right. It's all the way down. Let me grab my wrenches. I think these will work, or no, these are for anything else. Do I have another 3? I believe so, somewhere. Is this it? Nope. Thought I had it. There it is. Snug them down. And they are, yep, moving really free, no resistance at all. No movement side to side. We are good. Nice. All right, cool. Got that done. All right, now it wants me to build the mixing leveler and install the arms, the leveler arms. I believe these are the bolts or screws that they're talking about for the ball links. Put those in first, and there should be 5 millimeters hanging out. So I'm gonna have to go get my micrometer so I can continue with this, but I'm not gonna do it at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and let's just put the arms on if I can find them. Oh, they're still in the pack. Let me take all this stuff out. Slide this to the side for now. Dang, nice catch, Matthew. Nothing out of that. Saying the 21 bolts, which are M36, I believe are these. Yep. All right. So there's no nothing special. It just has a little inlay. So this, once it's in the bolted down, it sets inside of it, so it can't. It gives it a little something extra for it not to twist and maybe bend the bolts. So that's nice. Comes in. Arms on. Go ahead and get the balls, put them in the end. arms are on. Let's go ahead and start on these. It has, these little inserts go in between the bearings so the bearings don't smash each other or smash inwards. So you put those in between the bearings before you pop both in. Alright, that's done. Now it says, let's just go ahead and put these on to the arms with the 1600, which is round-headed M312s. So those, which there's 2 of those. There's actually 4 of them. I don't know where the other 2 came from. There's 4 of those. I don't know. Not sure. We'll figure it out. Alright, so it doesn't, on these it doesn't matter. It doesn't look like from side to side. I mean, they are going opposite from each other as far as the amount of overhang on per side, but they're both the same, so it doesn't really matter which side you use. So I'm just going to go ahead and match it up to the picture. Put the bolt through first, and then apply Loctite, and just a small amount. Try not to gob it on there. And screw this little tiny piece into it. See if I can do it like this first to start it. Yep, I got it. Alright, starting to spin in my hand on the other side, so we'll finish it off. Give it a little snug. Test it. Spinning free, no problem. We're good there. And we're just doing this 2 times, so just do it the same exact way. The first one was a little easier. And 3. Alright, that's good. So really, at this point, I don't see, these 2 bolts are here, these 2 bolts, it says there's only 2 of these, but I had 4, and there was these in the pack, and I don't see, oh wait, this said 12. Let's go to page 12 and see. The pack said 11 and 12. There we go. Alright, there it is. It's over here, they're telling you to use those. Okay, so in that case, on this page I'm done. On page 11, the first page, A and B. So the next page is 12, which is only installing it on the heli itself and doing more control rods. So let me just go get my micrometer and I'll be back. But that for page 11, that's it. It took almost 30 minutes, 29 and a half minutes. I'm working on it. Can't seem to get this thing right. There we go. Stay there, buddy. Stay there. Alrighty, so now we're going to work on getting these in to the ball link. Imagine this is a 1.5, yeah. And it says to put it in until 5 millimeters is hanging out. So let me preset this to 5 millimeters. Alright, 5 millimeters in that one. Oh dang, went a little too far on that one. Alright, 5 millimeters on that one. So now it wants me to put them into there like that. So put a little lock thread on it, or thread lock. Spin them in. Tighten it down. Imagine just do it like the picture has here. Put the bigger end of the ball link towards the inside, so it snaps into the ball itself. Pretty much what it's showing there. You got that one, and just do the same on the other one. Didn't get as lucky on that one. Screw it in a little bit. See if that'll work. No. I'll screw it out a little bit. It's close. Well, I got lucky on that one where it tightened up nicely and was at the position I needed it at. This one, not so much. So I just keep messing with it until it gets there. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So I got those set. I need to go back to this page and set these at the correct distance, which is 11.8. 11.8. Alright, that is it. That's really close. But it's not going in between, so I'm going to just back it off a little bit. And that's it. Half a turn, brought it out enough where I can get those in between. So good fit there. I only meant to take a quarter turn on this one, but I got to do a half to match these up, so I'll just do a half. I was wrong. Maybe I'll do a quarter turn on both of them. There we go. I actually brought it out a little too much. So I'm just going to do a smidge there, and a smidge there. And that is it. Good to go. Last one. Too far like the other ones. So go half turn on that. That's it. Perfect. I'll go ahead and snap these in. One thing I didn't think about was this one, but it come out really easy actually, so that's good. Is it good? I don't know. I need to put them the same orientation, so let me redo this one on this side because I've got it opposite as the first one I put in. That way they're all the same, and when if I need to adjust, I know which direction they're all in. Alright, so basically what I mean by that is that little line that indicates left-handed, right-handed thread. I'm putting those upwards, so they're all the same. So those are all in. Go. Alright, so that's it for 11 as far as getting all the measurements of the lengths. Let's go to 12. And this is where it's wanting me to put the head on basically, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the head on and then start measuring out the other lengths for the main rudders and the mixer. So yeah, let's just go ahead and put this on. Sits all the way down, rests all the way down on the shaft itself, and lines up perfectly with the hole. Go ahead and get the bolt, put it through. It's not just wanting to slide through easily. Okay. Let's see if we can give it a little screw, a little twist to get through. It's being tough. It ain't wanting to go through easy, but it is going. I mean, this has all been pretty precision fitting here, so this another precision part here. It's having a hard time sliding through the main shaft. We're past the threads now, and it's still having a hard time. So, but I can catch the threads on the other side. Go ahead and start that thing. Uh-oh, it may have, no, never mind, we're good. I can say it may have messed the threads up a little bit. So it's screwed in, or it's not sliding easy, so it's going to be hard to get the nut into the cutout for it so it doesn't twist. So I don't know how to feel about that. I might just have to back it back out, lay the nut on it, and then start twisting. Oh, slippage there. But yeah, this is tough. Why it's being so hard? All right, let's do it again. Like I said, put the nut in first, and then start screwing it back. Yep, we in it. That's it. I'm just gonna tighten it down until it's a little snug. Usually though, I just slide the Jesus bolt in and then tighten the little set screws to clamp the head on first, and then tighten the Jesus bolt down. But that's so dang tight. I don't know if this matters. put the first one in until it seats onto the surface, and then same with this one. But I'll just kind of go back and forth on them so they're evenly crushing the main shaft or squeezing against it. Going back and forth until they're tight. That's pretty tight there. It's tight there. So let me give it one more squeeze. That's it. Now I'll tighten the Jesus bolt down. And that is tight. So the head is on. Now we'll go ahead and install the mixer arms. Put the bolt through first. Just kind of set it up and see where it sits. I don't know how this is going to work. Might have it on the wrong way. No? Oh yeah, I do. You twist it around that way. And wouldn't you know it, this needs to be tightened down some more, so I have the right orientation. Oh. Try not to let the screw sink back into the bearing so Loctite gets on. And you know, this is a bearing. I know it has those spacers in between them, but you don't want to really wrench down on these. Just enough to where they're moving freely still, but enough force to where you know that they ain't gonna come off. So yeah, I mean, realistically, I actually like having to tighten down on these more, so I know that they're set in there. So those are even tighter now. Good to go. Go ahead and put a dab of this on there. And just like I said, don't let the bolt slide back through the bearing. Just do your best to, and then hold it back as you're tightening it down so it doesn't slide as you're screwing. Give it a good tightening, but not too much. Just nice, solid, snug. Make sure they're free, which they are, and then I'll go ahead and pop them into the swash. If I can get it. There we go. One in. Two in. It's interesting. Arms hang out pretty far, but that's the way it is. But it's got, I mean, the geometry of it is all 90, man. It's at mid-cyclic. So that's nice. Go ahead and make the other arm real quick. It says 49.5 on those. This other arm is actually the throttle linkage. So we'll build these first. That rain is really coming down now. Uh-oh. Wind coming out. $49.5. Probably should just go ahead and set the micrometer up. Let's see. 49.5. right. Huh. That can't be. Oh, 49.5 is for the throttle linkage. Jeez. So this is actually 34 and 34.7 millimeter. So let me back it back down. Something didn't look right there for sure. 34.7. All right, there we go. So I definitely need to. Really, 34.7 is to the bottom of the threads on each side. So I need to crank it down. Crank them down. Just go to the bottom there. Perfect. It's tight, but it goes in. So that one's done. These are opposite, so since that was so tight, I'll just back one off a half a turn. Should probably do the trick. Yeah, it slid right in, no problem, and it's not moving, so we're good. So we'll just like the other ones, I'm going to pop these in with the mark on the link itself upwards. All right, and the next one. Perfect. All right, they're all in, and everything at mid is perfectly 90. So the geometry is all good, man. What you want to see is 90 degrees from the arm to the actual linkage at mid stick. So they did well on that. All right, so we're done with page 11 and 12. Well, let me just do this since it's on the page. We're not quite there yet. Well, we are if I had the servos installed, but I don't. So we'll go ahead and build it. And that was 49.5. Good enough. Now this one I have no way besides our ball length things, but it has little grooves for these to hold on to. Let's measure the rod itself. So not like the other one, it's still in the threads where it's recommended it to be, so but towards the bottom. So we'll go ahead and get it down there. Side. And these are not left or right-handed thread rods, just normal old right-handed thread rod on both sides. Right. that's so close, I'm leaving it. Actually, I'll back it off. I thought I had both ball lengths the same way, but I need to twist this on 180, so that might be the trick. Alright. Pretty even. And it does go through now. It's perfect distance, so we're good there. Alright, that is it for page 11 and 12. 25 minutes on that run, 25 and a half. Alright, this is page 13 through 15 bag. Looks like we're starting with the canopy mounting system here, just like all the strikes that have the latch to secure the canopy. It does say use CA to secure the pin. It's the only notes I see on this one. So anyway, and open the bag, see what's in it. It's like for the tail, obviously, but this looks like for the back of it. We got hardware, 2 little bolts separately packaged. Leave that in that for now. Got some more hardware. Empty that out. It's like an arm for the control rod, rotor control rod maybe. And it looks like what that mounts to. It's something for the rear of the tail. And this is the canopy latch system, along with the plates needed for it as well. Alright, that's it for that bag. Let's start with what's on page 13. Start with putting the rod here. Well, there's 2 of them, but it looks like it's threaded. But unfortunately, they don't put any easy way of threading this in. Seems like they would have put an Allen key on one of these sides so you can get an Allen key and thread it in easily, but there's nothing. So, and it's saying to put CA glue on top of that. So CA sets pretty damn quick, so hopefully it won't set while I'm trying to get it in. But I'll probably just use this, put it in that little groove, and then just get the plate started and start screwing it on maybe. I don't know. Gotta figure it out. Problem is my hand's kind of close to it, and see if I can get down a little further. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'll do right there. And it looks like the actual carbon is threaded already, like they already inserted them in, possibly. Yeah, it looks like there's like little thread marks in there. So I'll get my CA, put a dab of it on the threads itself. Hopefully this stuff won't leak out like it did last time. I don't want to come out though, of course. Alright, some got on there. Ready to know. Alright. That one's in. Alright, got some on there. All right, those are in. Now it's saying let's see. I'm gonna make this out. There it goes. So it wants me to put that through there, and the other side sandwiches to it. And I'm gonna put the number 8, which is a coarse threaded little screw here. Looks like about 1.2. 2mm, yep. Thread that down and snug it up. Don't ever tighten that. Alright, so that's on. Now it's saying slide the springs down into the holes. Gotta put these bearings in the outside. Yeah, they slide down into a cavity there, so slide them down in. That one side don't want to go. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Got it. All right, and now it wants me to slide this down onto the springs. It's got circles for the springs to sit in on the lever itself. Go below it, below that little catch there, and slide the springs into the holes or the circles, and then slide down. Let's see. I think I may have done it wrong. I did. Imagine that. Put this screw into the wrong hole. They went down on the bottom side, not the top. No biggie. No biggie. All right. Now that should slide down onto those bearings, maybe. Possibly. There it goes. Maybe. No? Yep. Got it. Got it. So now it's saying put the 1684, which is the round-headed M310s. Sure. Not those. Oh, those are the two right here. They came in the separate package. Those go into the arm that is being there we go, got it. The arm that's swiveling to release the canopy. Justin Smith, I'll call you back. Alright, so that one is getting screwed in, and I'm getting down to the bottom of it there. There, I'm good to go. Put the other side in. Got it. There we go. There's your release arm. Just give it a quick little snug on each side, make sure it's tight. Yep, good to go. All right, so that is built. Let's flip over and see what's next. Next, it wants to mount the plate onto the top. So y'all can see it. We put it on top of the upper servo cyclic servo mount plate, and it does have the countersunk screws, which there's 3 of those here. Go ahead and put that in. Tighten them down. And then it's saying to slide the release that we just built into the. There's a little tab here that back part mounts to, and then you got the 2 pieces that slide in between each other to basically just hold it in place like that. So basically just put that in there like that, and then it says to use 303 the 2091. So 303 is M38, which is the socket head style bolt with the red washer. Alright, it's going down, and it is tightened up. That's it. That's it. It is in. So now that that's in, it's saying we're going to move to the tail, which I don't know. I might skip past this. I might go ahead and build the tail, but skip past actually putting it in. No, I can't do that because the belt's already sticking out the way we built this. That's one bad thing about this, is you can't easily just replace the tail belt. You have to take the main shaft out and that whole gear system I built up front. You got to take all that out in order to get this belt replaced. So you basically have to feed this through the tail itself while it's in, or unless you have your complete gearing apart, put the belt through the tail, slide it up through it, and then put your gearing back in. And it's not going to be, a simple thing up front as far as getting all that gearing out. I mean, it is, but it's not. So anyway, so yeah, I'm going to have to put the tail in. So what I might do is I might go ahead and build the tail, and then back up to the servos and start putting those in. Because one thing about putting the tail on with the servos in with the tail on it, the tail's all in the way. You can't easily move it around and have the get the servos in. So I don't know. I'm just going to end it there, and I'll think about this. It was 17 minutes and 23 seconds.